Hello beloved brick community and a warm welcome from Dr. Nobbe. Today we are taking a look at LEGO set 40770 Hogawarts Castle, Room of Requirement, a gift with purchase, 202 pieces. But this is a very unique and special Hogawarts Castle because you can actually use it to be included in Hogawarts Castle System IV. And we have a lovely little room, almost the same, or it's exactly the same size, 8 wide, as, for instance, the Charms class. And we have 2 bunk beds here where people can hang out. We have 2 beds and then lovely interior details. And on the back, we see this. We can actually, like I said, fold it up or spread it out like this, and then we can put it into the castle. Yeah, either into the castle itself or into the tower or into flying lessons. I will show that later. What is actually in the bag? We have 3 numbered bags, meaning we have building steps. We have a very tiny instruction, looks very neat. And we have a sticker sheet, yeah, but only 3 stickers to be applied, which I think is fine. And I would say we go and start. And here we have the completed set. It is an interesting structure, which I will show you when we fold this together. We have 2 hammocks, as we can see, where people can lay in, like so. We have 2 beds, which are rather short, I would say, because they're only 3 studs long. So hence, as we can see, they don't really fit a minifigure. However, they're included. We have a trunk, one of those that Harry and his fellow students carry. Unfortunately, this has no contents. This is an empty one. And this is important. We have this passage, which you can open this, right, which is really interesting. It's the passage from the Room of Requirements into the Hogshead. And we have 3 figures here on this portrait. It's Harry, Hermione, and Neville, actually, because Neville actually went to the Hogshead to bring these folks back to Hogwarts as one of the only means to enter it. And we have several, we have additional stickers as wall elements right here. I have no idea what this tire is about, and there's scribblings. Here we have this dark mark sign that should not be used. Interesting. We have light bulbs, radio, other stuff. And on this sticker here, we have tons of books. This looks like Scalagrow. And we have a Cornish pixie, which also appears in the movie. And we have the important diadem of Rowena Ravenclaw, which is seeked by Harry as one of the Horcruxes, right? We have goblets and lanterns and a little chess game here. So lots of things crammed, as the room was also in the movie. And here we have a microphone. I first thought this is a sneakoscope or something. It's a microphone that Nigel Walpert is using to announce lightning has struck. So overall, a very interesting room with a lot of items. And I think really this is a must-have, right? Without this room, the castle is not complete, in my opinion. And here's the look of the closed room. A shame is that we don't have a door here, because this room, of course, reveals itself only if you ask for it. And this is open, so that they could have done something else. This is the right side, closed, no window. This is the back, where we see the portrait. Entrance to Hogsmeade, but it cannot be opened like this. On the other side, same, a closed wall. So that overall is pretty nice, I think. Closing the room bears some challenges. The first is to find the right alignment. If not careful, some elements will block the hinges. You need to start with the right wall, but keep the back wall angle. If you fail to follow, the hammock will prevent closing. If you start with the left wall first, you will get the same result. So it does require some skill, but you will get there in the end. And here you see the challenge. If you have 2 minifigures residing in the bunk beds or hammocks or whatever, we can close it, but one figure is being twisted or turned, or this thing is getting up, so it's a bit awkward. So 2 figures in the hammocks and closing is not really working because this is now coming too high. And a third challenge with that room actually is that you have to choose which one to place because there is no empty 8 wide slot in the entire sets, right? As I shown you before. So if you purchase this, you already have to remove one of the rooms. And again, I would say it's this one. But if you use this, you cannot place that, yeah, or vice versa, or you have to take another one out, which is a shame. Placing the room of requirements will be a challenge because if you only had Lego set 76435, Hogwarts Castle Great Hall, you only have one insert, right, which is this. And of course, it's easy to get rid of this because this is total crap, as mentioned before. So this will go forever. And then you can place this right into that slot. 8 wide, the only 8 wide you would have. Again, this is my extended version. Normally this would be here, so you have two 16 stud wide slots in this one. That's the only way you could place that in the castle, but it is fine because I think room of requirements, of course, is in Hogwarts Castle, so that would be nice. And before we move on to option number 2, to place the room of requirements, I wanted to show you why sometimes it's important to get little pulley bags. Yeah, you can see here, this is the original Harry that came with the set, but he doesn't have any Quidditch ropes, right? So I think that was a bad move by Lego, to be honest, right? So with this guy, but in a little poly bag for $4, you can get this Harry. Yeah, and as we can see, this Harry suits the set much better because he has the famous Quidditch ropes. Another option to place the Hogwarts Castle Room of Requirements is into Lego set 76477 Hogwarts Castle Flying Lessons, because here we have two inserts. Both are actually 8 wide. So let's do this. Place this thingy in here. Even with Neville inside, we can actually fit it. And then second option would be to place him right onto the tower, right? This means we have actually two options to place the set into Hogwarts Castle Flying Lessons. And option number 4 to place the Room of Requirements is this lovely set, which is set number 76454, Hogwarts Castle Main Tower. And in the main tower, we have two inserts, and 16 wide, which is the chessboard, and this 8 wide, which is the room of the winged keys. And of course, we can place that set right into this section of the tower. And I think that would make sense. The only question is, where do you put this, right? But nonetheless, is an option. So an option number 4 is to place this set right there. And there you have it. If you purchased all of these before mentioned 3 sets, you have a variety of choices to place this thing, which I think is nice. And of course, for those of you who are following my videos, you will notice that in this side building, which attaches the Great Hall and links between Great Hall and the tower, we have an 8 wide slot, because I placed the scene of the Mirror of Erised right here. Oh, can I get it? Yeah, right here. And you can see this is also an 8 wide kind of structure. And of course, hence we can place the Room of Requirements into the side build. This concludes my short video about the new gift with purchase Harry Potter Lego set 40770 Hogwarts Castle Room of Requirements. A lovely set, and I would say you need to get this, right? This is whether you purchase 150 euros of value in Lego Harry Potter sets, or you buy this later in the aftermarket for about 40 to 50 euros. I think this is a must-have. There is no Room of Requirements so far in this lovely castle. Let me know your comments and talk to you soon.